Before we start guys, please subscribe to my channel MMA Field. Tony Ferguson doesn't think Dustin actually wants to fight him. With Ferguson fighting Michael Chandler at UFC 274, Dustin said on social media it's likely he will face the winner. If that is the case, it would be a phenomenal fight and a highly anticipated bout between two all-action fighters, yet, El Cuqui says Dustin is full of shit and wouldn't fight him. He's full of shit. I'm gonna be real, he said he wanted to fight me many times, and I even gave him the opportunity, and someone gave him more money to be able to fight. The kid's full of shit, Ferguson said at UFC 274 Media Day. You know, nothing against Dustin or any of the other fighters, but I'm worried about Chandler. We prepared for this guy for UFC 274 for many, many weeks. I brought in some good, smart people to be able to structure all the stuff and all the talent that I have, to be able to go out there and go get this victory on Saturday night. I'm a different animal.
Dustin Poirier said that he would probably fight the winner between you and Chandler. What do you have to say about that?
He's full of shit. I'm gonna be real. He said he wanted to fight me many times, and I gave the opportunity to him, and then somebody gave him more money to be able to fight. The kid's full of shit. You know, nothing against Poirier or any of the other fighters, but I'm worried about Chandler. We prepared for this guy for UFC 274 for many, many weeks. I brought in some really good, smart people to be able to structure all the stuff and all the talent that I have to be able to go in there and get this victory come Saturday night. So I'm a different animal. Hold on, brother, I'm talking. No, that shit was funny.
There is some truth to what Ferguson said as he was rumored to fight Dustin at UFC 257, to serve as the co-main event of Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje. Yet, the fight did not come to fruition as the Diamond instead went and fought Conor McGregor. But, perhaps he is telling the truth now and would face Ferguson if he can pull off the upset on Saturday night. In order for that fight to even happen, Tony Ferguson will need to beat Michael Chandler on Saturday. It's a crucial fight for El Cuqui, who's on a 3-fight losing streak, and if he loses this, his time as a contender will likely be over. What do you make of Tony Ferguson taking a shot at Dustin? Second story. Conor McGregor is blasting Tony Ferguson for his comments about Dana White and the UFC. Tony Ferguson is scheduled to battle it out in the octagon with Michael Chandler, 22-7 MMA, in a lightweight division bout this coming Saturday, May 7th at UFC 274. During UFC 274 Media Day yesterday, Ferguson, while initially giving reference to Dana White privilege, took it further, deciding to air his frustration about fighter mistreatment with comments directly aimed at Dana White and the UFC, saying, "I don't think it's very funny. Everybody is looking at it. They're smiling and laughing, but nobody is saying shit. I'm the kid that's up here with Dana Brown privilege, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's very funny anymore. I don't think you guys should think that's very funny. I'm taking this weekend very fucking seriously. I'll kick this Dana White boy's ass." Explaining why he hasn't been doing interviews, Tony Ferguson continued, "This is why I haven't done any interviews. This is why I've kept my mouth shut for a long time. A lot of fighters have been keeping their mouths shut for a long time. You should ask some of the other fighters who have been fucking treated like shit for a long time, too. I'm not the only one thinking it or fucking saying it or seeing it. So maybe you should ask them, too." Speaking about fighter pay, Ferguson said, "I think we're underpaid, personally, to be real. I asked Dana to box. He said, fuck no. I'm like, why? I want to go play baseball. I want to go do other pro sports. I'm an athlete. I grew up playing different sports at a high level. Ellipsis. I want to go do all these couple things, but then I have this guy right here acting like a fucking drug dealer telling me I can't go and do this shit. I want to go make more money for my family." The full interview lasted approximately 25 minutes, with Ferguson not holding back, obviously taking the opportunity to air his displeasure ahead of UFC 274. Conor McGregor, supporting Dana, has taken to Twitter to diss Ferguson for his comments regarding White, saying, "Tony Ferguson, who changes representation around 4 times a year, is saying it's someone else's fault he is in the position he is in. How many bridges do you burn before you look yourself in the mirror and say, maybe it's me that's the issue? God bless you, play, I'll say a prayer." Do you agree with Ferguson airing his displeasure with Dana and the UFC ahead of his upcoming fight with Michael Chandler? Or, are you in agreement with Conor McGregor believing that it's Ferguson that has his own issues to deal with? Finally, who do you think will be the victor this weekend, Ferguson or Chandler? Comment below.